Welcome back to 5-Minute Knives, the channel that likes what it likes. Today, we're going to talk about my favoriteest all-time EDC folding knife ever, period. I've made up my mind emphatically. But first, let's sell a sheath. And we're back. Okay, hopefully we sold some sheaths. Guys, pick up those sheaths orders. If you have knives around the house that need a custom sheath, find more than one or two. And then send them in and I will give you a discount on the whole order. Email me first at dragonscalejoe@gmail.com. If you're on my Subscribe Star, it's like $1 a month. I'll give you 15% off your first order. So let's say you're ordering 4 sheaths. Okay, what did I save you? I think you need to be on Subscribe Star for like 3 years for me to make any money. So consider Subscribe Star if you're going to buy some sheaths. If not, let's get into the knife here. This is the Endura 4 by Spyderco. You guys all know this knife very, very well. What makes this one special is it's in k390 steel. And I did some stuff to it, as you can see. Yeah, so my Endura 4 in VG10 steel I carried for years. I had every knife imaginable, and I just kept coming back to it over and over. You guys remember I had that green wave sticking out of it, those that have been around the channel for some time. And I left it in a hotel room. You know, I was going to stay there another night anyway, so it wasn't a big deal. So I just called the front desk and said, no turn down service. I don't want anyone in my room at all, because I knew the knife was in there. They said, yeah, no problem. Well, when I got back, my place was basically ransacked, and the knife was gone. So one of the maids stole my Endura 4, which is like... all right, she's got good taste, but still, that sucked. So I've been carrying this or that ever since. And then finally, I did get around to replacing it with this one. This came in a blue sort of teal color. I dyed it purple because, as you guys know, I'm having like this like real purple kick right now. Check this out. Here's my Senpai blank that I made. The Kislear Supreme Senpai blank, right? You've seen this on camera before. What you haven't seen is the new addition to the family is the Sensei. I made another one of these, and I'll make a whole video on this guy. But this is its own separate animal here, and I really love it. So, as you can see, I'm going through a bit of a purple revolution, and these 3 knives, although they don't all fit on camera right now, represent my 3 needs. This is tater digging, and being the full flat grind, this one is woodland stuff, camp chores, food prep, even potentially tater digging, but this is actually good for a little bit of everything. I find this knife very comfortable for that. And my EDC folder, which is my Endura 4, which is always and forever on me now. So this represents like my kind of dream team, my purple dream team here, my purple dream, if you will. And this is the centerpiece. This is what I carry every single day. It's wearing away from AliExpress, and I left the blade in white vinegar a couple of times. I got this super cool patina here. Let's see this side. Oh. Neat looking, man. And let me tell you something about this k390 steel. It's a beast. K390 is the hype. I'm not one to believe in a lot of hype, you know, concerning super steels and such. And I'm generally fine with, good old D2 serves me just fine. You know, when it comes to sharpening, it's a little bit of a pain, D2. But I like D2 steel. It's cheap. It's very hard steel. It works very well. For my fixed blades, I'm really cool with D2. It saves money, too. I have some companies that sent me knives that we're going to be looking at in the near future that I really love the designs of, but I can't stand the steel choices. And I think if they're concerned about cost, I think D2 is just about as cheap as any of them. And it's a steel we all kind of respect, so I don't know. But this is K390, and it ain't no D2, I'll tell you that. It's a step above. The hype's real. I've been carrying this for a while now. I have put my own edge on it, but it's so sticky sharp that I can't even, like, any more pressure than that, and I'm going to have a little cut here. Like, I can just touch this blade just ever so slightly before it sticks on either side. So it's not like a burr or anything. It's just, this is so freaking sharp. And this wave, by the way, came from AliExpress. I replaced all the hardware with black hardware from AliExpress. Yes, China. Okay. Guess how much the wave cost me? The 4x4 wave that I put on, I believe, the Yojimbo 2 I had, that was like $40, right? It was just like this one in design and material even. Felt the same, worked the same. Guess how much this one was on AliExpress? $5. Okay? And now, the hardware. I'm looking around at hardware, right? And I see hardware for $40, $30, something like that. Knives plus charge an X amount. Guess how much this hardware was? $2. Okay, I did get a clip as well, but I sort of like the Spidey clip for a reason being, when I pull this knife and the wave catches in my pocket, it's like so, I can very quickly switch to, and I know reverse grip is rare, but I have a lot of reach with the Endura 4. When I switch to a reverse grip, this finger goes right in this divot, and that's my index point to know my fingers are safe, and I'm in a reverse grip here, and for this, I can dig my taters in a reverse grip. It's extremely comfortable like this, but it's got great balance. It's a great knife. The action's almost, broken in pretty well. I wonder if I can still flick it like that even with the wave. It does add a little difficulty when you add a wave, by the way, to do your little Spidey flick to get my finger in there. It's a little tricky, but you can still do it, no problem. A little bit of wrist flick there. I did Rit dye this black, this spacer here, and this purple came out really cool, actually. Check it out. Really cool. A little weird in my lighting, but man, what a nice color this is. And I had considered dyeing this part black and just kind of fading up to the purple, but it looks plenty cool as it is. It's just an Endura 4, and that's the beauty of these knives. If something happens to your Endura 4, you get another one. And I love that about this knife. You do have this ledge right here, so it is one-hand operation. You can kind of drop the knife like so, and it'll stop on your finger, and then you just kind of do that to shut it. I have no issues with this knife whatsoever. Using it in practice. Usually I would carry a dedicated tater digger, and then I would have like a cutter, like a Cadet on my keychain or something. So the Fox 599 Karambit matched with like the Cadet would be like my pairing. This does both, and in the k390 steel, I'm not worried about gumming up my blade using it all day, and then it won't function for taters later on. No, this edge just doesn't quit. This steel is so awesome. I just put a ceramic rod to it and just kind of sharpen it up a little bit. Especially after the white vinegar treatment that I did here. But yeah, I love this knife so much in practice. I've been using it forever. I've had access to every knife possible because of the channel, and I keep coming back to the Endura 4 time and time again. This is my knife. This is my carry knife. I may mess with others here and there, but as you guys know, I'm primarily a fixed blade guy. So when it comes to folding knives, it really takes a lot for me to get this excited. But I am. I love the Endura 4, and I think you would too. So if you get the VG10 version, the cheaper version, I don't think that you did wrong there. I carried that for years and years and years. It was fine, but I sharpened it quite often. If you're not really great at sharpening or anything like that, I would spring for the k390 steel. I got this on DLT Trading, I believe, for like $130 and change, $140 maybe, max with shipping. I don't know. It's not too much more expensive for this steel upgrade, and, unlike most hype situations, this one is actually worth the upgrade, I believe. I think you should upgrade to this. So, just my 2 cents, but let me know what you guys think of my Endura 4. Ain't she purty? And if you have an Endura 4, sound off in the comments. If not, let me know what you carry, and whether or not you think it matches up to this knife, but at like 3.5 ounces, 3 3/4 inch blade, I don't know, those FRN grippy handles, thin, construction. It carries like a dream. And now with the wave, I just find this knife to be like complete. For my money, it doesn't really get any better than the Endura 4 in this configuration with this steel. I don't know. Enough rambling for me, and I will see you guys next time on 5 Minute Knives.